We came about between a marriage of data and listening. So the data part comes from when I worked in the urban school district. We pulled on time for graduation information to find out 300 kids weren't graduating. And the common characteristic that those 300 kids shared was the fact that they had been in foster care at some point in their middle school or high school years. Listening came about when we had listening sessions to see what did those students need? What could we have done differently to provide for them so they could graduate on time? Having those conversations, it showed us that the young people really wanted to have a voice. They didn't want to necessarily focus on things like housing or jobs and that type of thing. Because what they said to us was, when you're in foster care, everybody speaks for you. You have a troop of people speaking for you and no one listening to you. So at that point in time, because I was an adoptive parent of a kid who would have maybe been one of those 300 had she not come with me in my community, I felt like it was on me and that I was being called to help this population of young people. And so those young people said they wanted to be listened to, and that's what we did. So ever since we began, IGF has been a place where young people have a voice. They have a voice in almost everything we do. We started out by developing a play, and that play was called Fostering Voice. And ever since then, IGF has been giving back in the community, sharing their lived experiences to make a difference in our community and beyond. So that's who we are. That's where our story came from. Oh, and about the name? Well, the name comes from that same little girl that I adopted. When I got her, she was 2.5, but she was the size of a 1-year-old because of her malnourishment and neglect. And because of the community she was in and the way she opened up to our community, that's what we hoped we could do for the young people we met. So her name is Grace, and that's what we hope that our young people will have for us and that we could have for them, that unmerited favor. And the irreducible part, that comes from the fact that we didn't put that in her and we can't take that out of her and we can't reduce it. And so that's where irreducible grace comes from. Unmerited favor that's irreducible.